You're hitting the books, burning the midnight oil, right? But what if I told you you're probably wasting 80% of your study time? Imagine pouring water into a bucket full of holes. Frustrating, isn't it? Well, that's exactly what most of us do when we study. We cram, highlight, and reread, only to watch that hard-earned information leak right out of our brains. But don't worry, because by the end of this, you'll have the ultimate toolkit to study smarter, not just harder, and save yourself years of academic headaches. Ready to ditch those leaky buckets and finally make learning stick? Let's dive in. The silent saboteurs. Are you making these common study blunders? Before we unlock the secrets to effective learning, let's expose the sneaky habits that are undermining your efforts. Ever felt productive highlighting your entire textbook? Or pulled an all-nighter, only for everything to vanish the moment the exam's over? You're not alone. In fact, these are rites of passage for most students, but they're also pathways to forgotten information and wasted hours. Mistake number 1. The illusion of familiarity, highlighting and rereading. This is probably the biggest culprit. We highlight, we reread, and it feels like we're learning because the words look familiar. We trick ourselves into thinking, I've seen this, so I know this. But here's the shocker. Studies show rereading has a dismal 10% retention rate. That means if you reread a chapter today, you'll forget 90% of it next week. Familiarity isn't understanding. It's like watching the same movie repeatedly. You know the story, but it doesn't make you a film expert, does it? You're just recognizing the plot, not deeply comprehending the nuances. Mistake number 2. The cramming catastrophe. Last-minute brain stuffing. We've all been there, fueled by caffeine, desperately trying to shove a semester's worth of knowledge into our heads. But cramming is like trying to close an overstuffed suitcase by sitting on it. It might work for a moment, but it won't hold. Your brain treats crammed information like junk mail. It knows you don't really need it, so poof. It's gone from your long-term memory. Students who truly master the material will always outshine the crammers in the long run because they build a foundation of knowledge, not just a shaky tower of temporary facts. Mistake number 3. The passive pitfall. Reading, watching, listening, and nothing else. Imagine wanting to learn to swim by just reading a book about it, then jumping into the deep end. Sounds crazy, right? You drown. Yet, that's exactly what many students do. They read textbooks, watch lectures, and assume they've learned. But unless you actively engage with the information by teaching it, testing yourself, or practicing, it's just passing through. It's like being a spectator at a concert instead of playing an instrument yourself. You hear the music, but you're not making it. The game-changing shift from consumption to retention, your ultimate learning blueprint. Here's the undeniable truth, the core principle behind all effective learning. Studying isn't about how much time you spend. It's about how much you retain. Some students study for 3 hours and forget everything. Others study for 1 hour and remember most of it for life. The difference? How they study. Real learning happens when your brain is actively challenged, when it struggles, makes connections, and retrieves information on its own. It's about retention, consumption. Stop being a passive sponge and become an active architect of your own knowledge. The Learning Pyramid, your roadmap to smarter studying. Let me introduce you to a concept that will revolutionize your study game. The Learning Pyramid. This visual illustrates just how much you retain based on different study methods. Asterisk reading, a dismal 10% retention. Asterisk lectures, slightly better at 20%. Asterisk watching demonstrations, up to 30%. But here's where the magic happens, where retention skyrockets, and where you should be focusing your energy. Asterisk practicing a concept, a powerful 75% retention. This is where you do the work. Asterisk teaching it to someone else, an incredible 90% retention. If you can explain it simply, you truly understand it. This pyramid reveals a profound truth. If you truly want information to stick, you need to stop just passively absorbing and start actively recalling, teaching, and applying. Want to master a subject? Don't just read about it. Explain it to your dog, your wall, or even record yourself teaching it. Now, let's break down exactly how to infuse these principles into your daily study routine. Your new study superpowers, active recall and spaced repetition, unlock your brain's full potential. Ready to transform your study sessions into powerful learning experiences? These two techniques are your secret weapons, backed by decades of cognitive science. Superpower number 1, active recall and testing. Want to remember more in half the time? Active recall is your answer. It forces your brain to pull information from memory instead of passively absorbing it, making it stick like super glue. Think of your brain like a muscle. It gets stronger when you make it work. Asterisk the Feynman technique. Can you explain a complex concept simply enough for a 5-year-old? If not, you don't truly understand it. Pick a topic, pretend you're teaching it, and go back and relearn anything that trips you up. This instantly highlights your knowledge gaps and forces deeper understanding. Try explaining it out loud or writing it down in simple terms. Asterisk past papers and self-quizzing. Top students don't just reread. They test themselves constantly. Use flashcards. Digital ones like Anki are fantastic for intelligent spacing. Past exam papers or create your own quizzes. Don't look at your notes until you've genuinely tried to recall the answer. A real-world study found that students who quizzed themselves before studying scored 50% higher on exams. Don't just study for the test. Test yourself to study. This isn't just about assessment. It's about active learning. Superpower number 2, spaced repetition and conquering the forgetting curve. Did you know you forget 50% of what you learn within an hour? That's the notorious forgetting curve, and it's why cramming fails. Your brain is designed to forget information it deems unimportant or unused. But here's the good news. You can hack your memory to remember more with less effort. Instead of trying to memorize everything in one go, spread it out over time. Here's a simple spaced repetition schedule you can follow. Think of it as strategic reminders for your brain. Asterisk day 1. Learn the material thoroughly using active recall. Asterisk day 3. Quick review. Around 10 to 15 minutes of active recall. Asterisk day 7. Self-test without notes. Asterisk day 30. A more comprehensive review and self-test. This staggered approach tricks your brain into thinking the information is important because you keep revisiting it. It strengthens those neural pathways, moving knowledge from your fleeting short-term memory to your robust long-term memory. It's like watering a plant consistently rather than drowning it once. Next level study tactics. Elevate your game. Beyond the core superpowers, these tips will further enhance your learning process. Tip number 1. Elaboration and interleaving. Making connections that stick. Don't just memorize facts. Understand their context. Ask why and how. Can you connect this new information to something you already know? Can you relate it to real-world examples? This is elaboration. Even better, try interleaving. Instead of studying one subject for hours, mix it up. Study math for 30 minutes, then history for 30, then science. This forces your brain to retrieve different information, building stronger, more flexible connections, and improving your ability to distinguish between concepts. It feels harder at first, but the long-term gains are immense. Tip number 2. Mind mapping and visual notes. See your knowledge grow. Sometimes, linear notes aren't enough. Try mind mapping. Start with a central idea and branch out with related concepts, using colors, images, and keywords. This taps into your visual and spatial memory, making complex information easier to understand, organize, and recall. Visualizing your knowledge helps you see the bigger picture and how different pieces fit together. Tip number 3. Optimize your environment, your study sanctuary. Your physical space matters. Minimize distractions. Turn off notifications. Put your phone in another room. Ensure good lighting and a comfortable, but not too comfortable, setup. Consider background noise. Some prefer silence. Others benefit from instrumental music or white noise. A dedicated, distraction-free zone signals to your brain, it's time to focus. The underrated fundamentals, fueling your brain for peak performance. Even the best study techniques won't work if your brain isn't firing on all cylinders. These often overlooked elements are the foundation of effective learning. Fundamental number 1. the power of sleep. Sacrificing sleep for studying is a terrible trade-off. During sleep, your brain consolidates memories and processes information. Pulling all-nighters actually hinders memory formation. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Think of sleep as the time your brain sorts, files, and saves everything you learned that day. Fundamental number 2, fuel your brain right, nutrition. What you eat directly impacts your cognitive function. Focus on whole foods, lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats. Stay hydrated. Sugary snacks and excessive caffeine might give you a temporary jolt, but they lead to crashes. Your brain needs consistent, quality fuel. Fundamental number 3, move your body, exercise. Physical activity isn't just for your body. It's a huge boost for your brain. Exercise increases blood flow, reduces stress, and even promotes the growth of new brain cells. Even a short walk or a few minutes of stretching can clear your head and improve focus before a study session. The takeaway: small efforts, big rewards. Your journey to mastery starts now. The hard truth? Even the most brilliant study hacks won't work if you don't apply them consistently. Stop cramming for hours the night before and wondering why nothing sticks. The real secret to academic success isn't superhuman intelligence. It's small, consistent daily effort. That beats last-minute panic every single time. Imagine the confidence you'll feel walking into an exam, knowing you genuinely understand the material, not just hoping you remember it. Ready to transform your learning journey? If this video helped you rethink your study habits, smash that like button. We're dedicated to helping you unlock your full potential. And for more incredible insights, actionable strategies, and powerful knowledge from the world's best books, make sure to subscribe to Book Summary Podcasts right now. We're always sharing the best ideas to help you conquer your goals and master any subject. Now go out there and crush it